I see him. The image of perfection.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most frustrating, wild, or dramatic moments in one of our favorite teen dramas of all time. Spoilers ahead.
But he's not your father, Dawson. It doesn't matter if he goes off to prison for the rest of your life, does it?
Number 10, On My Own. If there's one thing we know about Joey Potter, is that girl is going to get up on stage and sing.
On my own, pretending he's beside me.
She might act all shy, but for a girl who ostensibly hates attention of any kind, Joey sure engages in a lot of impromptu singing. But the wildest thing about Joey's love for public singing is that she's really not all that good at it.
And all I see is him and me forever and forever.
From the first time Joey took the stage in a local beauty pageant and sang On My Own, we knew the girl probably wasn't meant for a life on stage. What makes this performance worthy of screaming at our screen, however, is that everyone else seems to think Joey is great. Some of you should get your ears checked.
Don't you realize you could win this thing? Why do you think they're slamming you? They're terrified of you. They know that you can beat them.
Number 9. Draw Me Like One of Your French Girls. When Jack first came on the scene in the second season of Dawson's Creek, we had no idea he would end up being the gay icon that he became.
Are you gay?
That's because Jack's first foray into romance was with one Joey Potter, and they got hot and heavy fast. In a scene that made our hearts race back in the day, Jack agrees to pose for Joey for an art project in the nude. That's right, Little Miss Sexiverse Joey Potter studies an extremely naked man and draws him in the buff.
Oh, deja vu. This is just like that scene from Titanic.
Don't get us wrong, we're not mad about this arrangement at all. In this case, the yelling was more from the fact that we could not believe our eyes.
A good thing that I've discovered about this whole art thing is that it allows me to take chances, you know? I mean, this here is risky. Art is risky.
Number 8. Eve.
Who are you? Where'd you come from?
You said it yourself, Dawson. I'm a fantasy of your own creation.
No show is perfect, and Dawson's Creek was no exception. And for as perfect as the teen drama's third season is, it does have its weak spots. Namely, 1. Eve Whitman.
That's right. It's me.
Eve shows up as a none too subtle biblical allegory at the beginning of season 3, and things just get worse from there. She doesn't have much depth and mainly serves as a carrot to dangle in front of Dawson while simultaneously driving a wedge between him and Joey.
Wait a minute. You know this moron?
I thought I did.
Kevin Williamson, the creator of Dawson's Creek, has opened up about disliking Eve's storyline in recent years. We have to say, we agree. Number 7. Andie cheating on Pacey. By the end of Dawson's Creek, Pacey was one of the show's most beloved characters. That trajectory towards teen heartthrob started in earnest in season 2 when Pacey started dating new girl Andie.
Hey, get your hands off my girlfriend. Yeah. Get your hands off my sister. So about tonight.
In a pre-Joey and Pacey world, Andie and Pacey were a wonderful couple. But in season 3, paradise ended in a way that broke our hearts. While in a treatment center for her mental health, Andie cheats on Pacey with another patient, who she becomes close with.
You slept with him?
We knew immediately afterwards that it was wrong for both of us.
It's just a terrible situation for both parties to find themselves in. The look on Joshua Jackson's face during the breakup scene alone is enough to make us want to break our televisions.
I can always forgive you, Andie. But I will never forget.
Number 6. Pacey kisses his teacher.
Oh my God. Look at her.
Right from the start, Dawson's Creek was intent on proving to the world it wasn't like other teen dramas. How did it do that, you ask? Why, a student-teacher affair, of course. And who better to set the tone than horn dog himself, Pacey Witter.
My name's Tamara. What's yours?
Pacey, nice to meet you.
The very first episode of the show ends with Pacey kissing his teacher Tamara, and later on in the season, he loses his virginity to her. The kiss itself is shocking enough, but the show's insistence on seeing the storyline through is something we still can't quite believe.
Can I ask you a question?
How old are you tomorrow? Like 35?
Something like that.
Number 5. The ice cream cone of death. Look, sometimes actors want to leave television shows. And in the case of John Wesley Shipp, we sort of get it. Shipp played Dawson's dad, Mitch Leary. And by season 5, Mitch just wasn't a priority on the show. We can argue whether he really ever was, but that's a longer discussion.
If you're gonna stand here and talk to me about crossroads and paths, so you can drop out of school and go crash on a sofa, then don't presume to talk to me like you're an adult.
Unfortunately for Shipp, his decision to leave the show led to one of the silliest death sequences to ever grace our screens. When Mitch is eating an ice cream cone while driving, he accidentally drops it on the ground. His attempt to salvage the ice cream ends up leading to a car crash, and hence, his death. It's hard to believe the writers couldn't think of something better than this.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone.
Number 4. Dawson convincing Joey to turn her dad in. From the moment Dawson's Creek begins, it's no secret that Joey has a complicated relationship with her father. He happens to be in prison for selling drugs, so that definitely doesn't make things easier.
You messed up because you don't know me. I'm your daughter and you don't know me at all.
But in season 2, Joey's father's release and attempted rehabilitation coincides with Dawson and Joey making a real go at a romantic relationship. Unfortunately for Dawson, he is the one who learns that Joey's dad is still selling.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that a man who claims to love his children with all his heart and all his soul would traffic cocaine through the family business.
Dawson.
So he does what any good boyfriend would do, guilt trips his girlfriend into turning her own father in, which leads to her wearing a wire for the police. The whole situation is bonkers, but what's even more scream-inducing is the fact that Dawson barely seems to understand why Joey might be angry.
There are certain circumstances that love cannot overcome. And from now on, I don't want to know you.
Number 3. Prom disaster.
I thought you were going to pick up the prom tickets.
Well, I tried to pick up the prom tickets, but my poor academic standing has put me on the do not sell to list.
When it comes to Joey and Pacey, prom has always been a place of deep conflict. But while their junior anti-prom was filled with yearning and angst, senior prom was a whole different animal.
Well, then why don't you just tell me how you want me to act? Because I can't win with you, Joe. If I act like I'm unhappy, you get angry with me. But if I act like I'm happy, you get angry with me.
Leading up to senior prom, things haven't been going well for our favorite couple, mostly due to Pacey's sense of inadequacy as graduation looms closer. During prom, he lashes out at Joey, leading to one of the saddest breakups in teen drama history.
Look, this isn't about me. This is about you.
It is about you. It's about you and how you make me feel when I'm with you. Okay? I feel like I'm stupid and I'm worthless and I'm never right.
As Pacey spiraled further into an unrelenting cycle of guilt and anger, and Joey sunk deeper into despair, our television sets definitely got an earful from us. Number 2. Jack's poem.
Listen to yourself. My writing's about opening up, you know? It's a chance to offer the world a peek at that very private part of yourself that you'd otherwise just stifle.
For the most part, Dawson's Creek handled the subject of Jack's sexuality and his journey to self-acceptance with a lot of care. However, this is a teen drama from the 90s, and what would that be without a little forced coming out? In the middle of season 2, Jack's English teacher forces him to read a very revealing poem that he wrote out loud to the class.
I grew more afraid. Not of what I am, but what I could be.
Jack, clearly not ready to reveal himself to his classmates, is left stunned, but the teacher won't let up. Luckily, in this case, someone else felt like yelling just as loudly as we did.
Everybody else in this classroom may be afraid of you, but I'm not. I see your miserable scare tactics for exactly what they are. The misguided lashings of a bitter, lonely old man who only feels good when somebody else in the class feels worse.
Pacey ends up literally spitting in the teacher's face. But even that show of solidarity isn't enough to make this moment any less frustrating. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. I Remember Everything. Screaming, because these two need to just love each other already.
Remember that?
I remember everything.
Dawson films Jen. Only Dawson could find romance in secretly recording a woman he's kissing. Joey doesn't go to France. Here's a piece of advice. Always go to France.
I mean, France, I could have started over. You know, I wouldn't be Joey the waitress, or Joey the daughter of a convict, or Joey half of the will they won't they couple of the century.
Dawson asks his dad how to kiss. It's hard to believe Joey still had a crush on Dawson after watching this interaction.
Now, moisten your lips. And go for it.
Dad, this is ridiculous.
No, wait. The trick is, it's your bottom lip. You got to keep it relaxed, all right?
Dawson and Andie sing the blues. We wish we could erase this karaoke performance from our memories.
The girl that I cared for left me and ran away, straight into the arms of a guy who turned out to be gay.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Jen's death. The death of a character is not uncommon in a long-running series. But did the Dawson's Creek writers have to choose Jen?
Well, Jack tells me you're dying. But other than that, everything's okay, right?
At the end of the series, Jen is a single mom working at an art gallery. When a fatal heart condition takes hold of her, she suddenly passes away. Before she does, she has an extremely emotional heart-to-heart with all of the other characters. We literally cannot get through the ones with Jack and Pacey.
I mean, as much as you want to, you can't rely on someone else to make you feel alive. It's an inside job.
She also leaves a terribly emotionally wrought video message for her daughter. Jen got the short end of the stick through a lot of the series, so to have her be the one to die at the end just feels like a kick to the gut.
Can you please help Amy find a place to be? I feel like I never really quite fit.
Which is why we're us.
If we missed anything that caused you to break your screen back in the day, let us know in the comments below.
His name is Pacey. And my mom's gone completely crazy about the blues.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.